is up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the podcast. I have the special honor of hosting Mr. Michael Scott here, the owner of Barges Pizza. So where we live right now here in Bolivar, it is me and my family's favorite pizza spot, and talking to a bunch of other friends of ours in the area. They love it as well. What obviously we love pizza. You have obviously have had some background. So what made you want to start a pizza shop?
Well, thank you for those kind words. Honestly, Coach, it was kind of it was never planned. How about
Okay.
that?
Yeah, no, go ahead.
I've been in the food industry for 25 years. Before this, I ran the bar and grill out at Silo
Yep.
Ridge.
Yeah, huh?
We just felt this. We saw this opportunity come open, and we felt like if we did it and did it right, this was something we could make an impact in our community. And then on a selfish way, maybe we get to retire one day. I love Silo Ridge. I love the people at Silo Ridge. Where I was, there wasn't really any place else to go. So there wasn't really a path to not working the rest of my life, basically.
Right. No, I understand. Yeah.
But mostly it was, like you said, love pizza. We would have never done this if it wasn't a niche like pizza.
Right.
We didn't want to do something like a bar and grill where you got to bring in a whole bunch of different items and everything like that. Even though that's what I am versed in, it just, with pizza, this is what you're doing, and everybody loves pizza. So
yeah,
for me, it was a win-win.
Right. Yeah. Well, obviously, one of the favorite things, my personal favorite, is your chicken bacon ranch pizza. I'm gonna tell you right now. I told your lovely bride, Jill, I'm like, I don't know what you guys do to that thing, but it's fantastic. I cannot have enough of it. So you guys are doing it the right way. Like,
appreciate that.
There really hasn't been, and we've tried several of your stuff, and there really hasn't been anything that we have not liked. So again, you guys are killing it. So we appreciate you guys doing it. It obviously, we love support small businesses, but obviously it's easy to do it when you're good. So
we like to think so. Well, we love having supporting the school, supporting the teachers, supporting the sports programs. It gives us a chance to be able to do that a little bit more than we would be able to doing what we were before. And that's big for us, especially, Milo is on the football team and does track and does wrestling. And we plan on being just as big as supporters once he's graduated and everything like that. So we love our community, we love our schools, we love our teachers, and we love our sports, and it gives us a way to help out a little more than what we could have beforehand.
Right. And again, shout out to you guys for after the football games during the season. The season obviously wasn't turn out the way we wanted to this year, but the fact that after the games you guys still showed that love and support for us, and we're able to provide that buffet. That was just something that kind of lifted everybody's spirits. So then even when we did win, it was like, hey, not only did we win, but we get to go to Barges after and celebrate.
And that's what we really wanted it to be. I've got nothing but confidence in you guys to get it going in the right direction. I think you guys do a heck of a job. I know you guys have a really difficult job. But again, this is one way that we can support you guys.
Well, thank you. We'll take any of the support anybody's willing to give us.
Absolutely.
So any cool things you guys have planned for Barges or anything like that?
Right now, we just brought in wings. So we'll be doing we'll be starting March 1st some daily specials. Going forward, and is it the K-Pack that group through school?
Yes,
they're going to be advertising some stuff for us. We're going to be doing lasagna on Wednesdays.
Okay.
We'll be doing the bacon cheeseburger pizza on Thursdays. Friday's going to be the garlic knot Friday, and Saturday's going to be dollar wing day.
Ooh, okay.
Then we still have the buffet on Sunday. So in the near future, that's what we're looking at. As far as anything big, we're putting together our our catering menu again and trying to get that out, and hopefully that will kind of take off and kind of help supplement everything we've got going through the store.
Okay. And then in you and Jill's vision for the restaurant, how do you guys view hopefully if everything works out and all your plans are laid out, how does it look like in about 5 years?
Well, I would say exactly what we're doing, just on steroids. I'd like for us to be, I have a vision to where we really take off, and I feel like we're starting to turn a corner as far as revenue and everything. I would love to be able to put in another prep station to where we can get food out of the kitchen even faster.
Okay.
But really, it's just being a part of the community, helping with the community as much as we can. Helping more so with sporting events or catering your team's dinners, stuff like that. We've got Thursday. We've got Mom Raiders we're doing pizzas for.
Oh,
so basically, our vision has always been kids in the community can come in, have some pizza, and feel like they're wanted, and they kind of grow up with us.
Right.
I would love for, some kids that come in at 10 o'clock, they're 10 years old now, and 5 years, they bring in their first date. Stuff like that.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Okay. All right. And then anything for someone starting a small business, any advice that you're seeing, like, hey, I'm glad I'm learning this, or any helpful advice anyone shared with you or anything like that you've gone, hey, I want people to know this?
The only thing that I would say is, other than don't do it, no, this is going to be one of the best things we've ever done, but make sure when you're going in to take something over that you do 125% of your homework.
Okay.
We kind of trusted the person in front of us as far as some stuff, and it kind of turned out that it wasn't exactly what it should have been, as far as just like pricing and stuff like that.
Correct.
And I refuse to change my pricing in the middle of the year. I will do it the first year, and I won't. You got some place that'll change them 4 or 5 times in a year.
Ooh, yeah.
I get it how you got to do it, but for our customers, I don't want to do that. Okay. So we came into where everything was priced way too low. I did not do the research on it as well as I should have. Mm-hmm. And that's all I would say. Do all the research that you possibly can. Cross every T, dot every I, and then open up.
Okay. All right.
That's my biggest one.
No, that's helpful advice to somebody. I'm sure whoever listens to this, and they can definitely take that and run with it.
I hope so.
So we're gonna go ahead and change a little gears. Get to the main event here. A little bit more fun topic. So you and my father-in-law have one major thing in common. You're both Chicago Bears fans. He's the last couple times we've talked, he's like, so how's the Barges Pizza guy? How's he? I'm like, don't worry, you can watch it on the podcast, and I'm sure I'll ask him all the great questions. So obviously the first question is this: how did you become a Bears fan?
Well, I will tell you, I was originally a St. Louis Cardinal football fan.
Okay. Yeah.
So I was always raised to be a St. Louis sports fan. Mm-hmm. So I'm a huge baseball Cardinal fan. And I was a football Cardinal fan until, around 85 is when they started to talk about moving. In 85, the Bears pop up. Okay. Well, I'm from Northeast Missouri. And, back when we had only 3 channels, the Bears are really the only team that we could get up there. So that's where that came from. The Cardinals leaving and me being disenchanted with that.
Yeah.
And I refused to move with them.
Right.
So I had to find something new. And so the Bears were exactly because I was always, just like I was always a National League baseball guy. I for some reason, I've always been an NFC football guy.
Right.
So, I could have done Chiefs, but everybody else around me was Chiefs. So, let's do something different. So, and then the Bears really were so captivating there in the mid 80s. That was that was a pretty easy transition for me. And I've been there since. So.
Right. So how old were you when they moved? When the Cardinals moved?
I was born in 76, so I was about 10 years old when the Bears won the Super Bowl, and then the Cardinals moved about a year, maybe 2 later.
Okay.
So, I was about 10 or 12.
Okay.
But I remember the Super Bowl. I remember, and the football Cardinals were so bad.
Yeah.
And they were so bad. But and then the Bears in the 80s were so amazing. So, like I said, it was a pretty easy one.
Did you? I just saw the stat that apparently the Texans are only a few games behind the Cardinals in terms of total wins.
That doesn't surprise me.
And I was like, that is mind-boggling to me.
It's absolutely mind-boggling considering the Cardinals are. I mean, they came from Chicago first.
Yeah, like they're one of the oldest teams. Yeah, they're one of the oldest teams. I'm going, wow.
It's just that they've been a laughing stock of a franchise for a long time, and I'm as poor as the Bears have been lately.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad I jumped that ship.
So then, was that Super Bowl your earliest Bears memory, or did you have something before that, or
really that whole year?
Okay.
I'll tell you the biggest memory of that year was when they went down to Miami, got whipped.
Oh yeah,
for their one loss. They were just steamrolling everybody, and I was excited to watch Monday Night Football because back then I only got to stay up till about halftime.
Oh,
for school, and then they just come out and just get absolutely whipped.
Mm-hmm.
The first time, and you got Marino throwing to Duper and Clayton all over the place, and that's really my biggest memory of the actual regular season.
Okay,
of that year. Obviously, the playoff run when they didn't give up a point until the Super Bowl. And then the Super Bowl, obviously, that's something. But that Miami game was the one that really stuck with me that year.
Okay. All right. Any cool Bears memorabilia you have?
I don't have it here, but I do have a Mike Singletary autographed jersey.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm not going to have that at the pizza place.
No, I get that. I get that.
In fact, Paul Fulbray from here in town gave it to me a couple months ago, but he had bought it and he had gotten an auction or something in a bunch of stuff and found it. And it's mint condition, hasn't ever been taken out of the package, but that's probably my biggest one.
Okay, that's funny that you said Mike Singletary because my dad has a few pictures with Mike Singletary. In the early 90s. My dad I was born in Chicago, and so my dad went to seminary. When he was going there, they had done some conference thing or whatever, and obviously a couple of the Bears players popped up. He took a few pictures, and I mean, he's aware who Mike Singletary is, but he doesn't quite understand. With him being from Haiti, like football was just one of the secondary things he understood.
Right.
It was just like, that's Mike Singletary. Everyone like freaking out, and it's like, it's just a guy. He never explained to me. It's like, oh, that's pretty cool. Like afterwards. So the fact that, he wasn't fanboying like a bunch of other people, I'm sure it stood out a little bit.
I do my best if I ever get in the situation to do my best and not try to fanboy, but there may be a couple that if Sweetness was still around and I met him, that'd be a difference. I'd definitely fanboy on him. But I try my best not to, because I know they're human beings and they try to have privacy too.
So then, as a non-Bears fan, describe the level of hatred for the Packers, because obviously, as a Panthers fan, I got a couple teams I don't like, but when I talk to my brother-in-law and my father-in-law, it's like, we don't even, it's the team we don't even, the team up north.
I like to compare it to Duke, North Carolina.
Ooh, yep.
Michigan, Ohio State. I would tell you the Chiefs fans' hatred for the Raiders and the Broncos, but Bears and Packers are only an hour apart, hour and a half apart.
Oh yeah.
So you're almost going to work with everybody. And they've won a lot, and we haven't late. In the last, so that doesn't help. And you got Rodgers saying that he owned them, and so that's it's their arrogance.
Yeah.
But I mean, if we strip it all away, they had a lot better reason to be arrogant than we did. So it's tough to see them win. I do have some really good friends that are Packer fans, and ours is in good nature. I mean, kind of like a Cardinals Cubs rivalry.
Yeah.
But it does get a little carried away, I think, with some of them.
Oh, I understand. So then, how good was it? How nice was it watching them beat them this year?
I did my best to not send any text for a couple hours. It's just like I walked into Silo last year and kind of rubbed it in that Mizzou beat KU on the basketball court. You got to take your shots when you can.
Right, absolutely.
Because you never know if you're going to have them again.
Right.
But they can very easily say how many championships or whatever. So
right.
I love sports rivalries that are more like Cardinals Cubs, where you can sit down, have a cocktail at a game. You hate the other team, but you don't hate the person sitting next to you.
Right.
Where I think it gets a little bit weirder with some of those other rivalries.
Yeah, I can see that. So then, kind of on a downer note, like throughout your many years of being a Bears fan, what would you say was the season that hurt the most for you?
Probably losing the Super Bowl to Peyton Manning.
Oh,
after Devin Hester runs back the opening kickoff for a touchdown.
Okay.
Thinking, okay, here we go. And then Urlacher and the defense couldn't get off field on third down.
Yeah.
They had so many opportunities to get off field, and Peyton Manning just kept carving them up on third down. And that one, because, they had the best defense. They had, Rex Grossman was a serviceable quarterback, but, they had one of my favorite Bears that gets, kind of overlooked, Matt Forte. Loved him as a ball player. And then the defense was so good, and they just couldn't get off the field. I mean, now they're going against one of the top 3 or 4 greatest quarterbacks of all time. But that one is probably the one that hurt the most, the game and the season, because they've gotten through Drew Brees in the NFC Championship game. And then, Manning had never had any success. So with that defense, I really thought, but I was wrong, really wrong.
And then that game was in the rain, so you would have thought, oh, it's going to be an ugly – this is exactly what Chicago needed. Man, I can see that. So then as a fan, what's been harder for you to see before Caleb Williams got in here, in the quarterback carousel, or just the kind of the organization just being inconsistent? What's been harder?
They're both difficult, but one leads to the other. And it's the organizational turmoil.
Okay.
It's just like, geez, even recently, why would you keep Eberflus around for 1 year, Caleb Williams? I don't understand. They did the same thing to Trubisky. They did the same thing to Justin Fields. They did, I don't understand. And they're cheap. Thankfully, this coach wanted this job.
Yeah.
I really believe that.
I felt like last year when he was with the Lions, he was almost auditioning with all the
I thought and my buddy, who was a huge Lions fan, was pretty irked about that, which he should have been.
Right.
But to me, it's always going to be. It starts at the top of the organization, and that the last 3 times they've drafted quarterbacks, they've kept the previous regime in place for a year. It didn't make any sense.
And I agree with you, because it obviously just the inconsistent voice, especially when you almost know that guy's a lame duck. Like you almost need to tell yourself, hey, if we're getting the new quarterback is almost the restart of our organization.
Exactly.
So then we need to bring in a guy that consists to almost set the tone for him, so he has the same language throughout those first couple years versus bring. Yeah, I never.
the last 3 times they've done exactly the same. The last 3 times they've had to switch up the whole new systems the second year they're in the system. You know, that gives you one less year of control in their first year's contract.
Right, exactly. So then, how impressed have you been with Ben Johnson this year?
I very impressed. I love his aggressiveness. I would like to see him take the points occasionally, though. I'm a bit of an old school guy. 3 points is a lot more than 0 points.
Right.
If the defense stops you on 4th down on the 3-yard line and they're pumped about it, maybe they're a little bit pumped about the 3 points, but you got 3 points on the board.
Right.
I've never understood, especially in today's game, the kickers are so good.
Oh, so good.
I mean, 10 years ago, I would almost think going for it 10 years ago was more apt than now because the kickers are so good. Like a 50-yarder is a chip shot anymore.
Oh, it feels like 30 from a couple years ago.
But it's I love his scheme. I love his creativity. I really just wish he would kick the field goal occasionally. I really do. In fact, if they do, they go to the Super Bowl.
It's hard to argue with that.
Maybe not Super Bowl.
No.
They go to the NFC Championship game now.
They do, and with the way your defense was playing, especially against, and again, I'm a guy who liked Sam Darnold, but your defense was opportunistic all year long.
Very much so.
And he loved to put the ball in harm's way. Who knows what happens in the NFC Championship game?
That first quarter Sunday, he put a couple balls to where.
Yeah.
I thought they were going the other way, and they just squeezed in. If a couple inches here or there may be a different story.
Right. Yeah. Oh man. So then, what's been your favorite Bears game to watch beside the Super Bowl?
Well, if you go back to old school, the Fog Bowl was interesting.
Oh,
the Fog rolled in against Philly. Boy. I mean, some of those wins this year were insane.
Yeah. Yes.
It was fun again. It was fun again. A couple years ago, beating the Lions when they were going to be the number 1 seed, and they come out and beat them, but some of those games this year were just the Washington game, the divisional game against the Rams that they end up losing with that crazy throw at the end of the end of regulation. I mean, he made it interesting. So he seems to have a little bit of the clutch gene in him.
Which
we'll see though.
Yeah, and I'll jump down to this. Not to compare him to Mahomes, but I think he's shown that real talent and almost that gunslinger mentality to where I don't think he's ever going to average, 70% accuracy in terms of his completion, but he's going to give you guys an opportunity to come back and win. He's going to give you opportunity to extend those plays, and he's only going to get better upstairs. This is he's going to have another opportunity to get a good offensive coach to kind of teach him his scheme and kind of see what the defense is running. So then, how does it feel to have? Because as a Panthers fan, I watched Caleb Woods. I'm like, he could have been ours. So,
well,
how does it feel good to have that guy?
Better. Bryce Young's starting to play a little bit.
Right. But
I mean, here's
do you want Bryce Young? Let me ask you, do you want Bryce Young?
No.
Okay, then. So
I'm just trying to help, buddy.
No, I know where I'm at. It's okay.
My take on Caleb is I think he's a lot more athletic than people thought. His arm talent is second to none. Man, some of those throws on the run.
The 4th down one. He's on his back foot.
It shouldn't look that easy.
No.
And here's the thing. If comparing Mahomes, great. I understand it from the simple fact that, Mahomes does a lot outside the pocket, but Mahomes will also take and hit the gimmies.
Right.
And that's where until Caleb figures out that take the 5 yards, take the 7 yards, take the 3 yards, and hit those easy throws. Mm-hmm. It's just good. He's still going to win games, I think, because he's that talented. I think the team around him is that talented, but it's never going to look easy,
right?
Because it's always going to be a 3rd and 10, or instead of a 3rd and 3, where he needs to get better in the gimme category, as far as I'm concerned.
Okay, your running backs coach has headed out to Kansas City to become the OC again. Are there any other coaching changes that kind of have you worried? Because I felt like Bieniemy did a good job of developing your running backs, giving Swift almost a couple technique stuff to where he was able to rush for 1,000. And your number 2 guy, I always butcher his name, but he rushed for over 800. So I was like, man, you guys had 2 backs who potentially could have rushed for over 1,000. So
I thought that the run game was great this year, and of course that starts with the guys up front, and that that's the one thing that they did this year is they went out and spent that money on those guys. As far as Bieniemy goes, why the heck he's a running back coach right now in the league? Anyway, that's a different story.
Yeah.
Okay, but
hey, you'll see your benefit though. I mean,
yeah, 100%. I'm not really. Okay. I mean, because it's Ben Johnson's offense.
Yeah.
The defensive coordinator lacks, but I don't think they had a whole lot of talent on that side.
Okay.
In fact, I think that's what they need to do. They need to draft pass rushers and corners, and that's it. I mean, I know they won't, but I mean, it's they were opportunistic, and they got a lot of turnovers. But when they didn't, they couldn't stop anybody.
Yeah.
And they couldn't get to the quarterback. I thought Montez Sweat had a down year this year, but it may have been because there wasn't anybody else that they had to block. So,
right, so yeah. That is true too. Like, unless you're just an all-timer dude, like, hey, yeah. I need a partner in crime.
Yeah, and they just didn't have any pressure at all, and that showed against Stafford. Get him off his spot. He doesn't move very well, but he didn't get off his spot very often. So, but as far as coaching, like I said, it's Ben Johnson's offense. He's the one calling the plays anyway, I think. And if he's not, he's got full veto power.
Right.
So I'm glad Bieniemy is going back to Kansas City. I think that's going to be a good thing for Kansas City also. But, he definitely helped. I mean, this is one of Swift's best years. I always thought he had talent. He just didn't get used right.
Yeah, because even when he was in Detroit, and it was almost became a crowded backfield real quick when he was up there, and then he was somewhere else before
he went to Philly.
Thank you. Yeah, Philly. And again, that was another crowded backfield, and then they just let him go. So I agree with you. Like I felt as though Swift again just needed a place to mold in, get the opportunity. Now he's a veteran. He's been a couple of years in the league. He gets an opportunity to be the guy. Seeing some reports about the whole stadium situation, possibly leaving Chicago and all that. I personally don't think that it's going to happen, but if it did or whatever, how do you think that might change the Bears' identity? Or do you think
I don't know if it change affect the Bears' identity? I don't. Well, the whole Illinois, Chicago, everything that I read is basically the franchise said they'd pay for the whole stadium. They just asked the city to make sure the infrastructure was, because they want to be in Arlington Heights. That's where they want to be.
Right.
But if the city's not going to pay for the infrastructure, like in Gary, Indiana says, come on, let's do it. We'll give you whatever you want. I mean, am I going to like it? No. But can I blame them? Probably not.
Right.
Especially if they're the ones willing to pay for the entire stadium.
Uh-huh.
Now, if they're complaining that taxpayers aren't going to pay for the stadium, then that's a different story.
Correct.
But I tell you, I went up there for a Bears Lions game 2 years ago, and we tailgated literally 30 feet from Lake Michigan.
Oh,
it's a
nice.
cool experience there, and that's going to change for sure.
Yeah.
But it's going to change. Chiefs moving to Kansas City, to Kansas. I think that's a big difference for them. First off, it's a big difference for the state of Missouri.
Yeah.
And I think it'd be a huge loss for the city of Chicago with all the money and revenue that they would lose. I can't imagine the city letting them get away, but I could be wrong.
No, that's how I felt about Kansas City, Missouri. I for sure thought, hey, fine, we'll just match whatever Kansas did and, suck it up. But I was wrong. And that's why when I heard that, I was like, maybe they are going to be the Gary, Indiana Bears.
Like I said, if Gary's going to, Gary, everything I've read, Gary's like, yeah, we'll give you whatever you want. Because I guess, Gary is kind of, not had the best.
Yeah.
Last 10 to 15 years.
So the fact they're willing to do it, it's like, okay, that's tempting. Couple quick hitter questions. Give me about a one word or one phrase. All right.
Sure.
So number one, best Bears player ever.
Sweetness.
Describe this season in one word.
Encouraging.
Describe being a Bears fan.
Difficult. Painful. I come up with a lot of
those. Give me your underrated Bears player of all time. Doesn't have to be this season, but if you can, if you want, but just give me a guy where you're like, you know what? When he played, he did not get a lot of love like he should have.
Thomas Jones.
Ooh, yes. Okay. Yeah. Gosh, he was good. Give me a guy who's gotten a lot of flack that you'll defend.
Probably DJ Moore.
Okay.
He came and they seem to get more on the same page at the end of the year.
Yeah.
But in DJ, he deserved a little flack after the way he acted last year. But he's, for the most part, been a good professional, and he's a really good ball player.
Okay. So. Give me a Bears legend that you wish you would add to this team.
Trying to think. I gotta get it. How about Richard Dent?
Oh, yep.
Let's get to the quarterback.
Yes. Give me a bold move you want them to make this offseason.
Myles Garrett. As bold as I can come, buddy.
Hey, that's bold.
As I can get.
That's bold.
Give up all your draft picks. I don't care. Go get somebody and get to the quarterback.
Okay. And kind of just all-encompassing question. So, as a veteran Bears fan, if there's a message you could send out to other Bears fans, what would it be?
Unfortunately, I think we'll take a little bit of a step back this year. It's hard to win games like they did this year, 2 years in a row. Look at the Chiefs.
Right.
But I think if they do concentrate on the defense, all in all, we're on a really good trajectory, and I'm really excited about the trajectory of the team. You just got a couple more pieces, and I think they're probably contending if they get a couple more pieces.
Okay. All right.
We haven't been able to say for a long time.
No, you guys are you're in a very good spot. I see what you're saying. But I look at your division and I'm going, Minnesota's going backwards. For whatever reason, I just don't trust the Packers. Like
I don't trust Jordan Love.
There it is. I was being nice, but like he's the guy who I'm like, I just don't see it, especially when you've had Rodgers and Favre, and he's okay to me, but I've never been
Sure.
impressed ever.
I mean,
But
until Caleb came along, I'd have taken him pretty much any time.
right, yeah.
But I Minnesota, I don't see. I think JJ McCarthy is about as much of a bust as you're going to see.
In everything I keep seeing, it's literally like they can't stand him. Like it's not even like, oh, you know what I mean, he's not as good as we thought, but we kind of like him. They're like, no, we can't stand this kid.
And they could have had Sam Darnold.
Hey,
which would have been great for my Justin Jefferson fantasy pick.
Oh, that would have helped everybody out this year.
I think Detroit's going to be better again next year.
I agree.
I mean, that team's been injury riddled the last 2 years.
Their schedule's going to get a little easier. Dan Campbell's going to come a little easier.
They got an offensive coordinator I think they're going to be able to trust. But I really think it's between, like, if the Bears very well could take maybe a game or two step back, just for the simple fact you're not going to win last drive games 7 times every year.
Right. That was a crazy stat. So, Mike, man, let me tell you something, brother. I appreciate you coming on, man. I'm glad I can talk.
I love talking sports.
I wanted to just get an opportunity, obviously, to just share my love of football with just guys who are passionate about their teams. And you guys, like you've mentioned before, with your business with Barges, that you guys are doing some awesome stuff, and just want to give you your flowers, man. Like, keep it up. You and Jill, y'all are killing it. We love you guys. We appreciate what you guys are doing for this community. So thank you. Seriously.
Appreciate that, bud.
Hey, I will catch up with you, but that's it, man.
Pretty good. I really enjoyed it.
All right, everybody. Hey, don't forget to like, subscribe, do the whole deal. I'll post all the info about Barges Pizza because, hey, it's fantastic stuff. And I'm not just saying that because he's on the show. I'm serious. It's good stuff. So definitely go check him out. All right, everybody. Peace.
Thanks, Coach.